They thought they could get away with it. They manipulated your innocence, played with your trust, and took advantage of your kindness, believing that no one would notice. They were confident that their actions would remain hidden, buried under lies and deceit. But karma never forgets. It doesn't matter how cleverly they tried to cover their tracks or how convincingly they played the victim. Karma is watching, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. And when it does, it doesn't knock softly. It crashes down like bricks, heavy and unforgiving. Karma is not just a mystical idea. It is an energy that balances the scales of justice. When someone takes advantage of your innocence, they are not just hurting you, they are violating a divine law. Innocence is pure, untouched, and sacred. It carries an energy that is directly connected to the universe. When someone tries to manipulate that purity, they unknowingly create a debt that must be paid. No matter how powerful or untouchable they think they are, they cannot escape the consequences of their actions. It's not about revenge, it's about restoring balance. Think about this. Every action sends out a ripple into the universe, like a stone thrown into a pond. The ripple travels, far unseen, but it eventually returns to the point of origin. That is the law of karma. The energy they put out, the lies, the manipulation, the betrayal, will return to them in ways they never expected. It might not happen today or tomorrow, but it's coming. The same way day follows night, their actions will catch up to them, and they will have no one to blame but themselves. They thought they were playing a clever game, using your trust as a weapon against you. But in truth, they were digging their own grave. They were sowing seeds of deception that will grow into thorns they must one day face. Karma moves in silence, but when it arrives, it speaks louder than any excuse they can give. It arrives like a storm, uninvited and unstoppable, shattering the illusion of power they once believed they held. They cannot run from it. They cannot hide from it. It will find them, and it will make them pay. If you've ever been wronged, if someone took advantage of your good heart, then know this: your tears did not go unseen. The universe witnessed every lie they told, every manipulation they carried out. Karma is already in motion, working behind the scenes to restore the balance they disrupted. So, keep watching, because justice is already on its way. They are paying greatly for manipulating your innocence, and karma will hit them like bricks. They may think they've won. They may believe they've outsmarted you, that they're free to continue their games without facing any consequences. But they couldn't be more wrong. What they fail to understand is that every lie, every deceitful act, every manipulation sets off a chain reaction they cannot control. When they played with your innocence, they didn't just hurt you, they set the wheels of karma in motion. And the consequences are already unfolding, even if they can't see it yet. If they believed that their actions would go unnoticed, they were mistaken. Karma is like a shadow. It follows you wherever you go. They might seem to be thriving now, enjoying the fruits of their deceit, but appearances can be deceiving. Just as day turns into night, the energy they put out is returning to them. It may come through financial losses, broken relationships, or unexpected hardships. It will show up in ways they never anticipated, and there will be no escape. The consequences of manipulating innocence are severe because innocence is protected by a powerful force. When they took advantage of your trust, they didn't just betray you, they betrayed a universal law. Innocence is pure, and the universe defends purity fiercely. The karmic debt they've accumulated is massive, and it demands payment. The longer they try to avoid it, the harsher the consequences will be when they finally arrive. They might laugh now, feeling invincible, but karma is patient. It doesn't hurry because it knows that the right moment will come. And when it does, it strikes with precision, hitting them where it hurts the most. Maybe they will lose what they value most. Maybe they will face the same kind of betrayal they inflicted on you. Or maybe they will feel the crushing weight of regret, realizing that they destroyed something beautiful for selfish gain. Whatever form it takes, the consequence is inevitable. There's no escaping it because karma doesn't forget. It remembers every word they twisted, every emotion they exploited, every tear they caused. Karma is a mirror reflecting their own actions back to them, magnified and intensified. The pain they caused will come back to them tenfold. It is the law of the universe. It is unbreakable, unchangeable, and undeniable. They will pay the price, and they will feel the weight of their actions. If they had known the cost of manipulating your innocence, would they have done it? Maybe they thought they were too clever to get caught. Maybe they believed that they were above the consequences. But no one is above karma. Not the rich, not the powerful, not the manipulative. Karma doesn't care about status or wealth, it only cares about balance. And right now, the scales are heavily tilted against them. They chose to betray your trust. They chose to play with your heart, your mind, your soul. And now they must face the consequences of those choices. No amount of excuses, justifications, or lies can save them from what's coming. The cycle they started is coming full circle, and they will be forced to face the impact of their own actions. They can't outrun it, they can't outsmart it, and they can't bargain with it. This is the price they pay for manipulating innocence. This is the cost of playing with a pure heart. It is heavy, it is harsh, and it is inevitable. They thought they could get away with it, but karma never lets injustice go unpunished. They will pay greatly, and when karma hits, it will hit like bricks. Karma is more than just a mystical concept or a word thrown around in casual conversations. It is a universal law, an unbreakable cycle of cause and effect. When someone manipulates innocence, they create an imbalance in the universe, and the universe is always watching, always listening, always calculating the debt that must be repaid. This debt is unavoidable because karma is the great equalizer, ensuring that every action is returned to its source. Innocence is a powerful energy. It is pure, untainted, and directly connected to the divine. When someone takes advantage of innocence, they are not just committing an emotional crime, they are disturbing a sacred balance. They are creating negative energy that will eventually return to them, multiplied and intensified. The universe does not tolerate the exploitation of purity. It reacts by restoring the balance, and that restoration is often harsh. The irony is that they believe they are winning. They see your kindness as weakness, your trust as naivety, and your love as foolishness. They manipulate, deceive, and betray, thinking they are smarter, stronger, or more powerful. But in reality, they are setting themselves up for a fall. The very innocence they took for granted is the reason karma is coming for them. They have unknowingly declared war on the universe, and they cannot win. Karma is precise. It knows exactly where to strike. It doesn't always hit immediately, but when it does, it's devastating. It targets the things they value most, breaking down the false sense of security they built on lies and manipulation. They will feel the same pain they caused, multiplied and intensified. This is the law of karma, and it is absolute. Innocence is one of the most powerful energies in the universe. It is pure, untainted, and untouched by malice. When someone possesses innocence, they carry a light within them, a light so bright that it draws people in. This light is radiant, warm, and magnetic, attracting love, trust, and admiration. But it also attracts darkness. It attracts those who see innocence not as something to be cherished, but as something to be exploited. These manipulators see innocence as a weakness. They believe that because you trust easily, you must be foolish. Because you see the good in others, you must be naive. They see your purity as an opportunity to take advantage, to deceive, to play with your heart and mind. But what they don't understand is that innocence is protected by a force greater than they can comprehend. Innocence is connected to the divine, and any attempt to manipulate it is an attack on the very fabric of universal harmony. When they took advantage of your innocence, they weren't just deceiving you, they were challenging a cosmic order. They were attempting to distort the purity of your heart, which resonates with the highest vibrations of love, peace, and light. But the universe defends innocence fiercely. It is the protector of purity, the guardian of all that is good. When someone tries to exploit that goodness, They provoke a force that is swift, powerful, and unyielding. They thought they could play with your emotions, twist your trust, and manipulate your kindness. But they were not just hurting you. They were tampering with sacred energy. The energy of innocence is pure, and like a mirror, it reflects everything that touches it. When they sent deception towards your innocence, that energy was mirrored back to them. This is why karma is so powerful, because it simply returns the energy that was given. They might think they've escaped the consequences, but they haven't. The energy they sent out is on its way back to them, amplified by the purity they tried to corrupt. Innocence doesn't fight back with anger or revenge. It fights back by reflecting the negative energy right back to its source. That is why they will feel the weight of their own actions, and it will be heavier than they ever imagined. The energy of innocence is pure, and anything that tries to taint it is rejected by the universe. The darkness they tried to bring into your life is returning to them. They will face the consequences of their actions, not because of who you are, but because of what innocence represents. It represents purity, truth, and love, and those who try to corrupt these things face the full force of karmic justice. They will learn that innocence is not weakness. It is strength protected by the universe itself. Karma is not about punishment or revenge. It is about balance. It is the universal law of cause and effect, ensuring that every action is returned to its source. When someone manipulates your innocence, they are setting an energy cycle in motion. This energy, whether good or bad, moves through the universe, affecting everything it touches before returning to its origin. This is how karma works. It completes the circle of energy, ensuring that nothing remains unresolved. They might believe they can avoid the consequences. They might think they can hide their intentions behind lies and deceit. But karma is not fooled by appearances. It doesn't listen to words. It listens to energy. It feels the vibration of every thought, every action, every intention. When they chose to manipulate your trust, they sent out negative energy that must eventually come back to them. This is not a curse or a wish for revenge. It is simply the law of the universe. Karma is patient. It waits for the perfect moment to restore balance. Sometimes it acts quickly, revealing the consequences almost instantly. Other times it waits, allowing them to build a false sense of security before shattering it completely. This is why they may appear to be thriving now. They may seem happy, successful, even powerful. But don't be fooled. The energy they sent out is still traveling through the universe, growing stronger as it prepares to return. They don't see it coming, but karma is already at work. It is arranging circumstances, moving people, and setting events into motion. They may feel confident now, but they will soon realize that the very energy they use to manipulate you is the same energy that will destroy their illusion of control. Karma is precise, and it always returns energy to its source. They will face the consequences of their own actions, and they will have no one to blame but themselves. It is important to understand that karma is not about revenge. It doesn't operate out of anger or hatred. It is simply about restoring balance. When someone disrupts the harmony of the universe by manipulating innocence, they create an imbalance that must be corrected. The pain they caused you will return to them, not because of who you are, but because of what they did. The universe is neutral. It simply returns energy to its rightful owner. They may try to fight it, deny it, or run from it, but they cannot escape karma. It is the shadow that follows them, the echo of every lie they told, the reflection of every deceitful act. They might think they can outsmart it, but karma is not fooled by clever words or manipulative tactics. It goes beyond appearances and sees the truth behind every action. It is a mirror reflecting their own intentions back to them, magnified and intensified. This is why karma is so powerful. It is not controlled by humans. It is a divine law, an unbreakable cycle that ensures that every action has a consequence. They will face the energy they sent out, and it will come back to them in unexpected ways. It might come through financial losses, failed relationships, or emotional pain. Whatever form it takes, they will feel the impact of their own actions, and they will realize that they were never in control. When they chose to manipulate your innocence, they set off a cycle they cannot escape. Every lie they told, every emotion they played with, every trust they broke created a ripple that is now returning to them. This is the cycle of manipulation and consequences. They might not see it yet, but it is already in motion, building momentum as it prepares to crash into their lives. They thought they were playing a game, but they were really digging their own grave. This cycle is relentless because it is powered by their own actions. They chose to betray your trust, and now they must face the consequences of that choice. They might appear to be happy now, living their lives without a care in the world, but that is only because karma moves in silence. It waits for the right moment to strike, and when it does, it hits with the force of every lie they told, every manipulation they performed. They cannot escape this cycle because they created it. They are trapped in a loop of their own making, a cycle that repeats until the energy they sent out is fully returned to them. This is why they will face setbacks, failures, and losses. It is not a coincidence. It is the energy they put out coming back to them. They are facing the consequences of their own actions, and the cycle will continue until they learn the lesson they were meant to learn. They might try to blame others, make excuses, or play the victim, but nothing can break the cycle except taking responsibility for their actions. Until they do, they will continue to face the consequences over and over again. This is the price of manipulating innocence. They set off a cycle that will not stop until balance is restored. Karma is not punishing them, it is simply returning what they gave, and they gave nothing but deceit and manipulation. This is the cycle of manipulation and consequences, and it is unstoppable. The energy they sent out is coming back to them, magnified and intensified. They thought they were in control, but they were really the architects of their own downfall. They created this cycle, and now they must live with the consequences. Karma is fair, and it is always on time. And it is coming for them just as surely as day follows night. Karma is subtle but powerful. It moves quietly, often unnoticed, but its effects are unmistakable. When someone manipulates innocence, they set off a chain of events that cannot be stopped, and while they may not realize it, the signs of karma unfolding are already there. They might seem small at first, little setbacks, minor inconveniences, or moments of frustration. But these are just the beginning. The signs will grow stronger, more noticeable, and more undeniable as the cycle continues. One of the first signs of karma is loss. They might begin to lose things they once took for granted, friendships, opportunities, or even financial stability. This isn't random. It's the energy they sent out returning to them. They took advantage of your trust, so the universe takes away their security. They played with your emotions, so they experience instability in their own lives. This is how karma works. It balances the scales by taking from those who took without conscience. Another sign is emotional turmoil. They may begin to feel uneasy, restless, or anxious without knowing why. This is their own negative energy returning to them. The lies they told, the deception they practiced, the manipulation they carried out, all of it is coming back to haunt them. They may try to escape it by distracting themselves, but the discomfort follows them wherever they go. They cannot run from the consequences of their own actions. Physical and mental exhaustion is also a sign of karma at work. They may find themselves feeling drained, tired, or even sick. This is because negative energy weighs heavily on the mind and body. The burden of their own dishonesty is taking its toll, and no amount of rest or relaxation can ease the fatigue caused by karmic debt. They will feel the heaviness of their actions because the universe is making them carry the weight of the pain they caused. Relationships falling apart is another clear sign. Just as they manipulated your emotions and trust, they will find themselves surrounded by people who mirror their actions. They will face betrayal, deceit, and dishonesty from those they once trusted. This is not a coincidence. It is the universe reflecting their own actions back to them. They will learn what it feels like to be on the receiving end of manipulation, and it will be a harsh but necessary lesson. These signs are not random. They are the effects of the energy they put out into the world. They may try to deny it, blame others, or play the victim, but the truth is clear. Karma is unfolding, and they are experiencing the consequences of their own actions. They will feel the impact of their choices, and they will realize that no one escapes the law of karma. What they did in the dark is now coming to light, and they cannot stop it. It's tempting to seek revenge when someone manipulates your innocence. You feel hurt, betrayed, and angry. You want them to feel the same pain they caused you. But revenge is a trap. It keeps you tied to their negative energy, prolonging your suffering and preventing your healing. More importantly, it interferes with karma's natural course. The universe already has a plan for justice, and by seeking revenge, you disrupt the balance karma is meant to restore. Revenge may seem satisfying in the moment, but it creates a cycle of negativity. When you seek to hurt them back, you send out negative energy that must eventually return to you. You end up becoming what you despise, caught in the same cycle of pain and manipulation that they created. This keeps you connected to their toxic energy, preventing you from moving on and finding peace. Revenge doesn't heal, it only deepens the wound. Karma is already at work, and it is far more powerful than any revenge you could imagine. It is precise, calculated, and perfectly timed. It doesn't act out of anger or hatred, but out of justice and balance. When you trust karma to do its work, you allow the universe to restore harmony. The consequences they face will be exactly what they need to learn the lesson they were meant to learn. Your revenge would only get in the way of that. By letting go of revenge, you free yourself from their energy. You break the cycle of negativity they tried to trap you in. You rise above their manipulation and prove that your innocence was never a weakness. It was strength, purity, and light. By choosing peace, you reclaim your power and allow karma to handle the rest. They will face the consequences of their actions, and they will learn that no one escapes the law of karma. Trust that the universe sees everything. It saw the lies they told, the emotions they played with, and the trust they betrayed. It witnessed your tears, your pain, and your struggle. Karma is already in motion, and it will deliver justice in ways you cannot imagine. They will feel the weight of their actions, and they will face the consequences they tried to avoid. Your role is not to punish them, but to heal yourself and let karma do the rest. Healing begins with acceptance. Accept that what happened to you was not your fault. Your innocence was not a weakness. It was a reflection of your pure heart. They chose to manipulate that innocence, and that choice reflects who they are, not who you are. Accept that you did nothing wrong by trusting, loving, and caring. Your goodness was not a mistake, and it should not change who you are. The next step is forgiveness, not for them, but for yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing their actions or letting them off the hook. It means releasing the anger, resentment, and pain that keep you tied to their energy. By forgiving, you free yourself from the past and make space for peace and healing. It allows you to move forward without the weight of their actions holding you back. Focus on rebuilding your strength. Surround yourself with positive energy, loving people, and empowering experiences. Practice self-love and self-care. Meditate, reflect, and reconnect with your inner peace. Remember that your innocence is a gift, not a curse. It is a light that shines brightly, attracting both love and darkness. Don't let their darkness dim your light. Replace resentment with gratitude. Be grateful for the lessons you learned, the wisdom you gained, and the strength you found within yourself. Every experience, even the painful ones, shape who you are and prepare you for who you are meant to become. Embrace your journey and let the past be a chapter that made you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Karma is powerful, precise, and unrelenting. It sees every action, hears every lie, and feels every manipulation. It never forgets, and it always returns energy to its source. Those who manipulated your innocence thought they were getting away with it, but they were setting the wheels of karma in motion. They will face the consequences of their actions, and they will learn that no one escapes the law of karma. Your innocence was not a weakness, it was a reflection of your purity, love, and light. They mistook your kindness for naivety, but they were wrong. Your heart is strong, your spirit is pure, and your light is protected by the universe. They thought they were playing you, but they were really playing themselves. Karma is already at work, and they will pay greatly for manipulating your innocence. Let go of revenge, trust in karma, and focus on healing. Rebuild your strength, embrace your journey, and let your light shine even brighter. Your innocence is a gift, a power, a force of love that cannot be defeated by deceit or manipulation. Stand tall, stay strong, and know that justice is already unfolding. Karma will hit them like bricks, and you will rise above it all, victorious and free.